playing the timpanis in a symphony orchestra. And actually, that's where I cut my first album I ever cut was with symphony orchestra in Carnegie Hall in 1972, the year you were born. And so when you hear the music, like my Still Small Voice, you know, you can hear the symphony in it. You know, that's the way I produce. I'm also the producer of this song, by the way, and most of my music, I'm either the producer or the co-producer. And only one song, the co-producer, and we can talk about that some other time, but this song has the roots of the symphony orchestra in it, as you can tell.
Yeah. Michael Hernandez, he's an artist in our chat room, and he said that you would like to hear his song, How Can Jesus Love Me? I don't have that song, but I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. He can look me up on Facebook. I have a couple different Facebooks, so there's still a little room left there for people. So I'm always listening to music, you can tell, Michael. Always.
So what inspired you to get into singing and everything?
Actually, I think that was part of you know, my genealogy, or it's not in my family line, but the time I was 2, I was already playing the ukulele for, you know, chewing gum and tree. So it was sort of born in me. I mean, it's something I've always been able to do, and in most recent years, you know, working on vocal coaching and things like that, because it's so important to present a good song. And so if you are truly going to present it, then you truly have to be a professional. So my advice to all those singer-songwriters out there, or singers, you know, you got to treat your voice like it's an instrument. And you don't throw your instrument around. You wouldn't pull on the strings of an instrument, so you don't pull on the strings of your vocal cords. It's something you have to learn how to take good care of, just like any instrument.
I agree. The vocals is just the key instrument, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we work the hardest on in the very end. You know, it's something to put the music together is one thing, and I don't know if you've ever been involved with the production of a song. You know, you have ideas, you have a general layout of a song, and then, you know, taking it to the studio, you know, I'm talking about commercial type production. You know, it's quite involved, but it's something that I highly recommend for anybody who wants to put a song out there. It's, if you can only afford one song, do it right. You don't need 15, you don't need 20, you don't need 10. You need the first good song. If I could recommend anything to our listeners out there today, it would be to do a good job on each song. You know, bring it into the world right. And, you know, that's a good, the best advice I could give to the songwriters out there and the guys wanting to put songs together, ladies.
Yeah. So, if you could share the stage with anybody, past or present, who would you want to share the stage with?
James Taylor.
James Taylor.
That's an easy one. Yeah, that's a really easy one. Yeah. John Prine wouldn't be bad. Neil Young wouldn't be bad.
So,
Miss John Denver.
Wow, I haven't heard John Denver in a long time.
You'll hear some of his stuff in my music.
So,
we have a lot of the same techniques. I play 12-string. You know, you'll hear a 12-string in there. You know, he's missed, that's for sure. He's a very good songwriter.
Yeah,
really good.
Paula Burrell's wanted to ask a question: is which musical instrument
Okay.
do you like to play the most?
Uh, well, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. I'd have to say the instrument I like playing the most, or what is the instrument I'm most proficient at, that's a drum set.
All right.
I grew up playing in bands, played a lot of different instruments, but that's what I'm best at. It's percussions.
Okay.
Although my love is guitar.
So what was the inspiration behind the song Down the Interstate?
Down the Interstate, it was written by Robin DeMotti and Brian Wood. And they had given this to me it was just a rough sketch of the song, more or less. And so I heard something very good in this song as a producer. And, we don't need much as a producer to really, if you hear a song that has a lot of good bones to it, when I heard that song, I heard the song that was not exactly the way they'd given it to me, but I heard the vocals a little bit different than the way they give it to me, quite a bit different. And, how many times in your lifetime, John, have you heard, say, like a James Taylor song that was written by somebody else? And in the original song, if you got to hear it, you think, what? That's not the same song. But that's the beauty of being able to work with other songwriters and collaborating with them, is their ability as professional songwriters to let you develop the song. Is that's sort of like a gift to the artist. When they let you develop the song, you actually become part of the writing team, and so you can say Robin DeMotti, Brian Wood, and Tony Watson. And so I don't take the writing credits because that's not the way I am. But we worked together to develop Down the Interstate, which spent 26 weeks at #1 on the rock charts last year. And so it's still getting played quite a bit on YouTube, the video, which they live on forever,
Yeah,
so that's sort of the story behind, and it's been up for some other awards. It was up for Song of the Year this year too, and at the Artist Music Guild Heritage Awards, the second week in November, Down the Interstate won for Video of the Year. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Oh, congratulations on that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play.
Yeah, I'm sitting right here next trophy.
We're gonna go ahead and play Down the Interstate by Tony Watson.
matter where I go, as long as I do something for me, yeah. And I wanna escape down the interstate, yeah. And I wanna retrace some of my carefree days, and I'll make a few changes along the way. And I wanna escape down the interstate. Seems like these days there's always someone calling my name, but they have plans for my time and all the money I made. To tell you the truth, most of the time I don't mind, but every now and then, don't you know I wish for more simple time. I wanna escape down the interstate, yeah. And I wanna retrace some of my carefree days, and I'll make a few changes along the way. And I wanna escape down the interstate. I wanna escape down the interstate.
That was Down the Interstate by Tony Watson. And we got a fan of Tony's in the chat room, Ricardo. Yeah. How do you pronounce it?
Marano. He's my Brazilian brother.
Ricardo from Brazil. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Great to have him here.
Yeah, he's we worked on a little bit of stuff together, and he's part of Star One Group, our label group. And this is one of the best left-hand guitar players I've ever heard.
I'd love to hear some of his music. Ricardo, if you got music, send it.
Don't worry, he will. We'll make sure he gets. He plays for a group down in Brazil called Milk and Blues. Very good group. Very good group.
Milk and Blues.
And he's also a single artist, so he's up and coming right there. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, definitely like to hear his music. We could probably get played on here pretty quick.
Like you can hear his music and my music over at Star One, Star the number one, SDAR the number one, ENT.com. If you go there, Ricardo's on there, so you can pick up some of his music there, and my music as well, and all the videos are listed there. I'm also a CMT artist, and so you can pick up the videos there, watch them on YouTube, and we have a great CEO, Laura Patterson, who is the CEO for Star One and Shine On Records. And so I'm very happy to be working with Michael Stover at MTS Management Group.
He does really. He's doing really well.
He does a fantastic job. And I just want to thank both of Navarre and Michael for doing such a great job on our launch. It's just a fantastic job by both people.
Yeah, Mike sends me a message quite regular about artists